no position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense in a bunch formation. Might be calling a hot route. They'll start this drive with a pass. Looking to the big tight end. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Wants to throw on first down. Immediately fires to the middle. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Let's see what they've got on second down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Right down the middle. He's got it. What a throw. Not a lot of room. He fits it in beautifully, and they've got it at the 30. That's not at all where he intended to go with the ball on third and long, but it worked out beautifully.
And the frustrating thing, Reese, is from a defensive perspective, I want you to throw it to the running back. I don't want to take away the main targets, the ballers on the outside. You do what I want you to do, and you still make the big play, get the huge first down on third and long.
The give to the back. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorn!
And this defense really wanted to come out and set the tone and be physical, but the offense did that. They took control. They owned the line of scrimmage. They create the big explosive run on the first drive to really set the tone in this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, it was a toss-up every year who was going to win the Big Ten West. That was the easier division. But now, it's just who are the best two teams out of all these teams, all these quality teams. So it's impressive that this team, David, has put themselves in position to play for the championship.
You ain't lying, especially in this conference. Let's be honest, the Big Ten and the SEC, they've separated themselves from everybody else. And so you're competing in this conference, middle of the season, you can finish strong. Now we're not just talking about conference championships. We're talking about where can we be in the playoff and how much damage we can do in the postseason.
On first down. Gonna take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
This crowd full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Touchdown, Texas! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Skips away from pressure. Throwing on the run. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. To the ground with the back. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Dances away to buy time. He's going to take off. Oh, he's got some space. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic.
Looking for a deep man. Catch and stride inside the 15. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Offense set on first down. He's looking to throw. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field, and look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Bringing the heat. Hits him inside the 20, still going. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk, have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this. I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play. The linebacker able to make the stop.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. He's got it on the run. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Looking for the score. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. And you saw that there on the incompletion.
And it slips just inside that right upright. It's our forced to settle for the field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. Boise State is in front. They've played awfully well today, and while there's no Kellen Moore out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 10 over Air Force. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, fellas.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Looking to throw, it's Demania. He uncorks one deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
And it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out to that?
Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown. Turning it on! And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. Georgia going up tempo.
Great job by the defense that time, getting the sack. But no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going tempo.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Dawgs!
He doesn't need anything to be open. He just makes it happen himself. Hey, I'm going to call a pass. I want to throw the ball down the field. Oh, it's not open. Okay, I'm just going to pull it down, make it happen, take it to the house. What a scramble by the quarterback.
And he makes the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
On the run, it's Stewart. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Scanning the field, it's Demania. Unloads it left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
From the gun, the running back has it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Got his man in the middle. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Gonna sling it on second down. Sends it downfield. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Hey, listen, quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Throwing right. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Rides the back and leaves it. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for second down. Leaves it with the back. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Rides the back on the options again. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the right. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Looking downfield on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball is caught in the back of the end zone line. The officials are signaling incomplete. He was out of bounds.
Well, this defense for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's got him. Georgia comes quickly to the line. the shotgun on third down. He's got it. They've got it inside the 40 and the 39 as they pick up the first down. Lost a throw on first down. Complete. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the right. It's caught. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And backed up, first and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. Might be looking to run. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
And the Dogs will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense.
Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Looking for a man. It's Demania. Got his man quickly. And at the 45 on his way. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Unleashes one. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Here comes the Texas offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
The offense changing the play. They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw. It's Demania. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today, and he's the guy that Longhorn fans, they need to keep their eyes on for years to come.
Finds a man on the left. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st first and goal from the 8.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. UMass has had almost no answers today, and when they have had them, that other sideline has changed the questions. A puzzling performance in Amherst. They're trailing by 28 to Central Michigan. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Georgia going up tempo.
These guys aren't human either. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of...
There he goes. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game for him.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Great job by the back on the option.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Two-point conversion attempt is coming. They want to throw it. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Looking for a man. It's Demania. Fires to the middle. Finds a man on the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, he's putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early, and often with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on 1st down. The quick out. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the 4th quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on 1st down. Better job on 2nd down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
And the Longhorns have this offense rolling.
Cooler 18! Cooler 18! Dance! Okay, ready?
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
The handoff keeps working on that clock. He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Dropping back, it's Demania. Unloads to the wideout. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Longhorns! They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Wants to go up top. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The snap sets up the throw. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window, and the intended target was not open. And that's why that one fell incomplete.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. Give to the running back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Georgia comes quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He wants to go deep. Makes the grab along the left Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Tight end now in motion. To the air on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Bloomberg. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Looking for more room. Pulled down at the 45-yard line, and that's the kind of ball hawking a defensive coordinator loves to see.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Boy, you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage.
Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll give it to him again. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.